Hello, my name is Michael Dwyer, and I'm with Rochester Writers. Once again, Rochester Writers and the Rochester Hills Public Library have teamed up to host the annual Rochester Author Fair, now in its 5th year. We're hosting 20 authors in person at the library in downtown Rochester on Saturday, November 25th, from 10 a.m. until 3 p.m. These short videos offer you a chance to meet each of the 20 authors. And right now, it's my pleasure to introduce you to Dani Resh. Dani, how are you?
I am good. How are you?
Wonderful. Thank you so much for being a part of the Rochester Author Fair. It's 5th annual, and you've got your second book out. And I think the last time we spoke, you were on book 1. So this is a sequel, correct?
Yes, it is. It is the second book of the Magic Shoe series. The first book is called Compass to Vinland, and the second one is called Clarity of Sight.
So for people that are unfamiliar with the series, you have a little setup of your character and what happens in book 1 and what will be maybe the direction we see book 2 go into.
So the Magic Shoe series starts with a character named Ren who actually lives in a house that looks like a shoe. Unbeknownst to him, he discovers a magic shoe, he discovers a workshop under his shoe house, and in it are 3 pairs of magic shoes intended for him and 2 of his friends, and that sets them on a whirlwind adventure. The first book, it revolves around Ren and his magic shoes. The second book revolves around his friend Maria and her shoes. She can read people's minds, but her shoes make her powers even more intense, and she can read people a lot deeper.
Okay, so these are the shoes that is under his house, and that's how this whole story kicks off. And then the book 2 continues, and I imagine there might be a book 3.
There is a book 3. Book 3 follows the third character. There's 3 characters in the book: Ren, Maria, and Rusty, and the third one centers around Rusty.
Now, how did this all start? Tell us a bit about yourself as an author and what got you into writing this series.
I always wrote as a child, and actually I always wanted to be a writer, but when I was about 12 years old, I got involved in a car accident and I had a closed head injury, and I was told at that time that linguistically I would be a little challenged. So at that age, I kind of said, "Oh, no, even though it's my dream, I can't do it." And I kind of pushed it off to the side. It wasn't until I had kids of my own I started reading them stories, and I started thinking about my own stories. And eventually, as the years passed, I got the courage to start writing, and it's been a blast. And I kind of regret all the years that I didn't indulge in this, because it's a wonderful endeavor.
We all make that mistake of putting off our hobbies and our passions. And I don't want to say that it's just a hobby, but it's something that we do on the side and sometimes takes over our lives and becomes much more than a hobby. I don't think we're quite there yet, but do you have goals of making writing your full-time career?
Oh, that would be wonderful. Absolutely. I'd love to spend more time doing that. Yeah, I work full time, so this is all on the side. So if I had more time to devote to it, that would be great.
Now, some of this inspiration came back when you were reading stories to your children. Are your children at the reading age where they've been able to read mom's book?
They're a little past it now. Now they've kind of, I mean, my daughter has read my book, yeah, but my daughter's 22 and my son is 17. So I write middle grade primarily. It's mostly upper middle grade, probably kind of goes into YA a little bit, but yeah.
Okay, so I have to ask, do they give mom a thumbs up on the books?
Well, of course. Yes, of course.
Well, good, good. So we're going to be able to see both books and you at the Rochester Author Fair on November 25th. Anything you'd like to say to people to bring them down to the event?
Just that I think it's gonna be a great event, a lot of authors, and come on down.
Good enough. We've got a wide range of authors. Dani Resh is just one of them. She'll have 2 books there. We'll have 20 authors, a lot to choose from. So come meet Dani and the other authors on Saturday, November 12th, 25th at the Rochester Hills Public Library. We'll see you there.